Yeah, that'll be at least something for now. I can, between periods, I'll run over with the other headset I have and see if that'll help.
Oh, all right. Well, don't rush yourself, but if you can, great. If not, I can also send Austin and Tristan over
Oh,
there
actually, so
quick.
they're still here. Hold on. Give them my headset. This headset we're sending over, though, you need to plug in the USB connection for it to work too. So,
Just a 2.0.
yeah.
Okay.
So you should be able to get that one working at your audio source at least into your Surface. Okay.
All right, I'll shut that off, and yeah, shoot me a message if you need anything there. And I don't. I'll check the Twitter to see. Did anybody come over to help with camera?
Test one. can help.
Great, thanks for coming. I got a tall trailer behind you. This is the camera that will move around.
Okay.
As you can see, the two camera screens right now. The one that's live is the webcam. So you can use that one mainly for the center ice when we get going. So otherwise, you just take this one and you move it. just loosen the handle. And you can see both here and here what's up. Really just use this to watch. I'll slide over out of the way a little bit. And then you can zoom in and out if you want to, but really just keep the 10 players in view is all you need to do. So we're roughly center ice, so you shouldn't have to do a whole lot of zooming and out if you don't want to. You very familiar with cameras? Oh, you don't have to be. It's okay. So I'll just get you set up here. Just so you can get a little closer to the camera and see what's going on. Yeah, you may need to just stand. I'm not sure what's going to work better. Unfortunately, we have to be out, otherwise you can't see past the windows when you turn. So let me slide this. I'll slide this a little bit and see if we can make it a bit better for you. I thought I'd have to bunch everything together and do them both. So what I'm going to do is I'll be just calling the play as far as who's doing well with the puck, and then I'll take this out of what they call studio mode, so you can see what is up here is what's live. So your camera is going to be the one that's a little bit darker. So watch this. And just cut here. So basically, this is your camera. It's a little bit darker. So whenever you see that, you can just see what's going on. And I'll just use this to talk to as well. That's pretty much it. Any questions?
So just move it around with the play?
Yep, just follow the play. So you can practice following a player if you want, because that follow a player. The best way to do it, I usually find, is you go this way over to with one hand, you do left or right, and with the other hand on the zoom. That way when you follow them, you can just go to the right and zoom in slowly, and then pull it back out slowly as well. Just a little bit of a touch. It's this here. Yep. Just put your finger beside it and just gently push is the easiest way to do it. If it's on top, it's a little harder for you to control it. See? Just beside it, you can slowly push. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you get stuck, I can always just switch over to this camera real quick to bail you out.
Okay.
So I'll just point that one center ice. And that's what's live right now. So whatever you see on that screen is what's going out.
Okay.
So how did the game go this morning?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, /1 for 2.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Overtime.
In overtime yet?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. Okay, I'll put this here. If you want to talk, they'll hear you. You don't want to? Okay.
All right. All right, folks, welcome to this game between the St. Albert Slash and the Lloydminster Steelers. Here we are in the first period. 19:20 mark of the first period, scoreless, as you just saw the opening ceremonies of this game. At the point now, Lombard shot in from the point, goes off the corner by goaltender number 29, Cameron Drever, in today. Shot from the point gets stopped in traffic. St. Albert comes out of the zone. It's number 11 for St. Albert. That's Jamie Doyle coming up into the broadcast side here. And around behind the net, Lloydminster coming up with the puck. Lloydminster's number 11, Jaden Thorpe, taking that puck, trying to clear it out on the boards. Doesn't make it all the way out. As St. Albert's number 12, that would be Tyler Moropoulos, coming in the slot to get a nice dangerous shot, stopped by the goaltender for St. Steelers. So it's Molly Mitchell in goal for the Steelers today. This is the third game of the tournament for the provincials. The fourth game is this is game number 4 officially. Game number 3 is playing at the same time in the other arena with Rocky Mountain Raiders playing the Red Deer Sutter Fun Chiefs. If you need to watch that one, both streams are live concurrently here on the Red Deer Chiefs YouTube channel. Icing called against the Lloydminster Steelers, coming back to the Lloydminster end for a face-off to the left of Molly Mitchell. 18:27, the first period here, still remaining roughly scoreless. It's still scoreless. Nothing. Face off to the left of Mitchell. St. Albert coming up with the puck back to the point. That's Butts putting it deep. Lloydminster comes up behind their net. They're up on the boards. Near side. Broadcast side. Butts comes up with it. Centers pass to the far side to number 4, Taylor Anker. Anker brings it across the blue. Just staying on side was Langham. Langham circling at the top of the ring out line as Lloydminster tries to bring it out, but St. Albert keeps it into the point. That was number 4 again, Taylor Anker, doing a good job of sealing up that blue line. In by Lloydminster's net now. Lloydminster's number 27. That's Tiana Yaremko trying to clear the puck on the opposite side. Back to, oh my goodness, that's number 4, Taylor Anker again. Doing a good one-on-one battle to keep the puck inside the zone. As now Butts, once again, keeps the puck in the zone for St. Albert. That's Mackenzie Butts battling in the neutral zone now, this time number 18 for Lloydminster. That's Peyton Lombach getting the puck into the St. Albert zone. St. Albert's captain, Stephanie Fisher, getting a shot on net, played carefully to the side by number 29, Cameron Drever, goes opposite side here as the St. Albert's number 14 now, Jaden Bogdan trying to clear it out of the zone. Bogdan comes up broadcast side, she's intercepted there though by Derbyshire. Derbyshire puts it to Thorpe. Thorpe tries to circle back inside the zone, she washed by LaHoe. This is now number 4, Derbyshire again, Chelsea Derbyshire dumps it up ice, avoids the icing call. Taylor Anker could have played it before she reached the goal line, so the referee's not calling icing for that. As now we have number 5 for Steelers, Jason Scott playing the puck on the boards. Steelers captain, number 6 there, Mackenzie Butts comes up with it and she flips it into the Lloydminster zone where Molly Mitchell elects to hold it as St. Albert makes their change, but they had 2 deep to keep the pressure on. Good face-off, won again by St. Albert. Back to the point, shot goes wide. Clear of the net is number 20, Reese Lombach for Lloydminster. Plays it around to Alicia Day. To the blue line, but not out. Held in by Kia Vale, who plays it back into the broadcast side corner. Lloydminster comes up with it, though. Number 17, that's Mackenzie Datchuk trying to clear it out, but St. Albert's, that's Moraa. That's Kaylee Moraa, was able to keep the puck in the zone. Number 3, that's Shiloh for St. Albert, battling for the puck in the corner, and Lloydminster's number 7, Brooks Skripchenko, comes up with it. Yes, this is Stuart Hill, during the year, voice of the Fire, so yes, you will have heard me trip over the name Skripchenko all season long, so I'll keep that one straight for the rest of this provincials. As Lloydminster and St. Albert battle for broadcast corner. I do want to thank very much the talents of the volunteer who came in to help me out, make this more than a one-person show, as we have the fine talents of a donor from one of the teams to come in. She wishes to remain anonymous. This is number 25. That's Lisa Day getting the puck to the blue line, but not out again as Kia Vale gets it and tries to come in through the slot go shot. She's battled off the puck by number 15 for Lloydminster. That's Tyra Anderson. St. Albert circling in the corner, comes back to the point, drops it back in there as Willen left it. Sorry, that's Willen? Yep, Willen. Madison Willen. Puck goes eventually to Molly Mitchell, who decides that's enough fun beside her for one set of time, so she freezes that puck and it's face off to her left as we make a full change here at the 15:07 mark of the first period. Shots in favor of the home team, the St. Albert Slash, 3-1. Shot on net. Molly Mitchell had to be careful there. She was a bit off balance. Puck almost got away from her. Shot through traffic. Shot from the point by number 20. I'm trying to figure out who that was here. That Kirsten Legg, number 21, gets that shot from the point through traffic, fools butts. I think Molly Mitchell, and that goes 5-hole. As St. Albert strikes at the 15-minute mark, 14:54 of the first period, allowing St. Albert to go up 1-0 now over the Lloydminster Steelers here in Game 3 of the Midget Female AAA Provincial Championship here in Red Deer. Face-off won by Lloydminster. Chelsea Derbyshire bringing the puck into St. Albert zone. Not able to hang on to it there, though, as good rush by Bogdan translates into a breakaway by McKenna Schindler. And that ends up with a timely save by Molly Mitchell to make sure that that little mistake at the blue didn't pay off for St. Albert. But Lloydminster able to hold that lead still to 1 against the St. Albert Slash, a.k.a. the St. Albert Raiders. And we'll see how this period continues with a face-off to the right of Molly Mitchell now, as we now have the St. Albert Slash once again, the Raiders winning that face-off. Butts putting it back into her own zone, back to her captain, so that she can try and get some time. Mackenzie Butts put it back into the neutral zone, though. Butts now playing it forward to Langenhan. As Lloydminster now breaks up the opposite direction. Tyra Anderson coming over the blue. She's got number 17, Mackenzie Datchuk, with her. St. Albert battling for puck possession in the corner to the left of Cameron Drever. In behind her net now, I see Lloydminster trying to come up with the puck. Pinched against the boards is number 15, Tyra Anderson, as she was challenged by Taylor Anker. St. Albert's defense doing a good job of keeping the Lloydminster chances all on the outside. It's Brooklyn Skripchenko just pinching in from the blue line to keep the puck in the zone. Unfortunately, Mackenzie Datchuk wasn't able to hold it in, and she had to dump it in while letting St. Albert go back to get it, as Lloydminster now trying to make a full change. This is Lloydminster Jennifer London putting pressure on Taylor Anker. Anker goes across to Mackenzie Butts. Mackenzie Butts just dumps it into the zone. Back behind her net to play it was Molly Mitchell. Battle for puck position in behind the Lloydminster net. There's number 23 for Lloydminster now. That's Jade 23 for Lloydminster. Sorry, I don't have 23 on my list, so I'll have to clarify that one. Oh, it's Haley Cody. Haley Cody, a late addition to the roster. We have a penalty coming up against, looks like it's going to be against Lloydminster. It's going to be a 2-minute body checking penalty going against Lloydminster's number 23, Haley Cody, at the 12:53 mark of the first period. So they're going to be, St. Albert will be on a 2-minute power play until the 10:53 mark. Face off in the neutral zone. St. Albert's on their power play. Lloydminster's in the penalty kill. Trying to clear the zone to St. Albert. This is now they actually get in. They penetrate the Lloydminster zone. Shot from the top of the circle by number 3, shot of Curler. Played to the corner by Mitchell as they battle for it to the opposite side from the broadcast corner. St. Albert's number 19, Mackenzie Hewitt, battling for the puck in the corner. Likes to go back to the point to shut Kia Vale. Kia Vale not able to handle the pass. It slips past her into the neutral zone. There's now Thorpe for Lloydminster. Jaden Thorpe is playing the puck. She's going off the boards, clearing out, gets it over to number 24, Kelsey Hall. Hall tries to play it across, but gets challenged by Meropoulos. Hall's got Butts. Butts in the corner. That's number 18. Number 19, Mackenzie Hewitt battling for it in the corner there. And St. Albert doing a shot from the corner, tipped by number 24, Kelsey Hall, Lloydminster in front of the net. Fortunately going a foot wide, otherwise Lloydminster would have put themselves down by 2. And St. Albert now, number 12, that's Tyler Meropoulos coming around the top of the ring line, dumps it back to the point where Taylor Anker is going into the slot looking for another shot through traffic as St. Albert looking to capitalize for a second time on that tactic. Had a good lineup in front of Mitchell. Number 27 for Lloydminster now, Tiana Renko battling for the puck in the corner. She's got 2 St. Albert players in there against her, so they're doing a good job of outmanning Lloydminster for the puck. And now they put it to the opposite side. Good tic-tac-toe pass. Oh, Mitchell had no idea where that puck was going. She thought it was going back opposite side again as Jaden, sorry, that's number 11, St. Albert, Jamie Doyle, couldn't quite get a handle on that puck to get the shot off. Now a shot comes through traffic, and Molly Mitchell is able to see that one coming through, so she plays into the corner. Lloydminster dumps it down ice because this is still a penalty at 10:48 of the first period. Well, now they are 5-on-5, so that was not, I'm quite sure that wasn't an icing call. For number 7, Lloydminster playing it forward up to number 18, it looks like. That's Peyton Lombach going across the blue line. Puts it in front for Plumundum. Plumundum not able to come up with it. As number 20 now, that's Reese Lombach playing the puck on the boards, keeps it in the zone, puts it in closer where Haley Cody now back on the ice. It's a shot on net, and that's held by Cameron Drever. St. Albert getting well protective of their zone. They will make sure that Lloydminster knows they can't be coming too close to the goaltender. Give a couple of shoves in there, but peace is maintained by the linesman, and we have a face-off to the right of Cameron Drever, broadcast side. Lloydminster comes up with the puck. Out to the point, goes to Lombach. Lombach far side, number 7, Brooke Skripchenko. Skripchenko elects to dump it into the corner. In behind the net, coming up with it was number 23, Haley Cody. Having a great game so far. She tries to come out in front and doesn't quite get access as St. Albert dumps it up in through the neutral zone. There's a foot race now between number 20, Reese Lombach, and number 14 for St. Albert, Jaden Bogdan. Into the neutral zone. Tipped by Peyton Lombach to take the spice off the pass. And St. Albert comes up with it though, back in the Lloydminster zone. Plumundum gets the puck, dumps it off the boards. And it's a foot race forward down in the St. Albert zone. With no icing as Leg was able to get there way before the goal line. Back to Leg again. Leg electing to go back behind her net, create some time and space to give themselves an egress. Tries to pass across ice, almost gets intercepted by Dachuk, as now it goes to Verbitsky coming up the near side. Verbitsky is stripped of the puck by number 25, Alicia Day, as Lloydminster comes out of their zone. This is Dachuk across the blue. She's got number 16, Taylor Willinson in the slot. Not able to cut it across though, as Dave Boucher keeps it in at the point. Lloydminster comes up with the puck in the corner. Centering pass goes to Alicia Day. Can't pull the trigger And we got number 4, that was Chelsea Derbyshire, knocked off the puck in a good defensive move by the St. Albert Slash in their top of their slot. The tall defenseman for St. Albert, number 7, Kaylee Morrell, played the puck around the boards, gets it up to Verbisky. Verbisky can't quite pull it in as number 16, Taylor Willinson, is able to play it back to her defense. Yaremko gets it into the neutral zone. Stopping it there was Willen. Willen puts it into the zone. Meropoulos has it in the slot. Can't get a shot off, though, as Lloydminster's Kelsey Hall plays it up into the neutral zone and dumps it down ice. This is going to pass the net, past the goaltender for St. Albert. Well out of her reach, so this will be icing against Lloydminster. Coming back to a face-off in the broadcast corner side in Lloydminster's zone at 8:25 of the first period. Shots now 7-2 in favor of the St. Albert Slash. St. Albert leading 1-0 deep in the first period.
It should be streaming. It is streaming. It's choppy. Yeah, unfortunately, our bandwidth here, you see the red. The wireless here is not very good. So, yeah. So it'll be much better tomorrow, but this game, just get out what we can.
I'll tell her, because she just said I can't look.
But it's definitely on the channel. Just do a search for Red Deer Chiefs YouTube channel. Red Deer Setters. It's just you search for Red Deer Chiefs.
Wait now. Look for Red Deer Chiefs
Yeah, on YouTube.
on YouTube.
It's their channel.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, on YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay, that's it?
and then it'll be there's 2 games live. It'll be the one that's St. Albert Slash versus Lloydminster
Okay, and there are 2 names.
live right now.
But it's the check for St. Albert.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Okay, so we still have apparently some folks having a little bit of a hard time trying to find the channel. If you do have access to your Twitter or your Facebook feeds for your respective teams, please fire out there how you got online, because it's a search through YouTube, as you know. If you're watching this now, you obviously found it on the Red Deer Chiefs channel. Please make sure if you can hear this and you send a text or a tweet or a Facebook post to the rest of your team parents so they can find us and watch as well. This stream is pretty choppy because the internet feed in this arena is pretty slow, so we're just going to do what we can so we can bring you whatever we can.
What team are you on? St. Albert, right?
Yeah.
I can
I'm
use
not on St. Albert, I'm on the AA team. I'm just here to watch some friends.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I can tell people watching that you're from St. Albert.
Yeah.
So there's someone from St. Albert helping.
Nice shot from the point by number 7. That's Kaylee Murrah through traffic, but seen by Molly Mitchell, deflecting to the corner. Here comes Peyton Lombach on a semi-breakaway up against Murrah. Shot. My goodness, she's having to stretch for it. That was Cameron Drever having to stretch wide to her right after sliding to her left. Is just sliding to her right. Has a good shot going opposite side. But London getting a bit of a lecture from the head ref right now for snowing Cameron Drever. She came in late with the second player, but she gave Cameron Drever a bit of a welcoming message in the form of a snowstorm. That's not tolerated, and it'll just get your tempers up too soon. Or tempers up, period. That's number 2 now, Kia Vale for St. Albert, breaking up ice, coming across the center line. She's watched closely by 18, Peyton Lombach. Lombach manages, doesn't get the puck from her yet. She does now. This will be a penalty coming up against Lloydminster again. Probably for a hooking penalty. We'll see how this one pans out. As St. Albert moving the puck around, trying to take advantage of this time they have before Lloydminster touches the puck, which they do, at the 6:14 mark, 6:14 of this first period. Lloydminster once again going to go up down as a penalty kill as Lombok, number 18, goes for a penalty call here. Yeah, that's Lombok going for a hooking call at 6:14. St. Albert once again on the power play. They were dangerous last time. Molly Mitchell electing to hold the puck and put some time and space between the next face-off as we now have a face-off broadcast side again in the Lloydminster zone. Lloydminster now in the penalty kill. St. Albert on the power play. Looking to capitalize to see if they can come up 2-0 now over Lloydminster. Score 1-0 for St. Albert right now, deep in the first. Anchor shot from the point, seen by Mitchell all the way. Fairly easy save for her. She likes to just trap it. And this once again will be a face-off broadcast side in the Lloydminster's end. McKenna Butts going back for some quick directions from the St. Albert bench. Last minute instructions. Gets back in time though, so they don't delay the face-off. A bit of a tightrope walk for these players to get those quick instructions and still not delay the game. Because too much time taken by that will end up with a game delay penalty, and the coach has to walk a fine line on that one. As St. Albert now is go back in their zone, Lloydminster able to dump the puck down ice. Mackenzie Butts gets it, and she's chased by number 15, Tyler Anderson, up ice across the center line. This is Tyler Marapis, shot from the top of the circle. Molly Mitchell once again just electing to hold it to give her line mates a chance to change. Number 9 and 24 commit, that's Stephanie Fisher and Kelsey Hall swapping in for Lloydminster's side. I didn't see who changed on the St. Albert side, so we'll just have you to take an inventory of yourself from the screen. Up to the point, Lloydminster dumps it past Morale, goes down ice, hitting back to get it is number 21, that's Kirsten Legg. Charlotte Kerber. Cross ice pass intended for Kaylee Morale. Gets past her, but number 9, and almost it's like Lloydminster's number 9, Stephanie Fisher, can't get a hang of it to get it out of the neutral zone and dump it into the St. Albert zone again. LaHoy comes up with the puck, manages to fool a few folks, but she's not fooling number 24, Kelsey Hall, who cuts off the avenue of her ingress into the zone. The puck gets in there deep though, now Legs got it. That's number 3, Charlotte Kerber, shot from out of angle. Huge save there by Molly Mitchell. Manages to hang on to it. The referee elects to blow that down. Not sure if Mitchell still had the puck, but it did spit loose. St. Albert almost coming within inches of getting another marker. 4:46 of the first period. 13-3 now. St. Albert leading in shots against the Lloydminster Steelers at 1-0 here in the first period. Once again, I want to thank very much my volunteer from the St. Albert Slash team. That's a young lady from their AA team who stepped up and helped me with the video today. I really appreciate it. And she's doing a fantastic job. I'm sure you all agree because you're able to watch this quite easily. I can just watch the screen and call it rather than even watching what's out in live. This is number 6, Mackenzie Butts, puts it deep. St. Albert trying to move the puck around. Lloydminster gets to it. Thorpe getting to the puck and kicking it. But now we've got a penalty coming up again. This time, it's a head contact penalty. Lloydminster taking another one. This is number 20, Reese Lombok, getting a head contact penalty. So that'll put Lloydminster down 2 people for the next 10 seconds. That'll do it for the first penalty. Puck goes up into the netting. Lombok gets back on the ice now, but Lloydminster trying to kill off another penalty now as they have 45 seconds, a minute 45 left on that head contact penalty to Lombok. Anchor, far side. Shot from the point goes deflected easily in the corner by Molly Mitchell. And Lloydminster taking advantage of the free puck and dumping it down the ice. Stopped behind her net by Cameron Drever. Mackenzie Butts plays it forward. Gets it over to Taylor Anker. Stripped of the puck by number 23, Haley Cody. But St. Albert comes up with it now, and here's Jamie Doyle coming up near side, steps across the blue. She's challenged by the defense for Lloydminster by Chelsea Derbyshire. Derbyshire plays the puck in the corner. This is Jenna London gets a hold of it and dumps it down ice. Minute 5 seconds, 1:05 left in the second penalty. The penalty to number 20, Reese Lombach for Lloydminster. As good job by Lloydminster's number 10, Jennifer London, to burn time behind the St. Albert net. Mackenzie Butts eventually able to strip over the puck and play it forward. Gets past Urenko, gets it over to 23. This is McKenna Schindler, comes across ice. Just managed to save it. Molly Mitchell. Stretched out on her stomach, managed to thwart that attack, but a very good chance by Schindler. This is number 7, Kaylee Murrah, up ice pass, and whoever gets to number 13, Alexander Thompson. Unfortunately, she falls as she's handling it. St. Albert able to capitalize that centering pass, and it intended for number 23, McKenna Schindler, but she couldn't quite connect. Wraparound intended there by number 2, Kia Vale. Stopped by Molly Mitchell because she had the butterfly going there and was able to pin that puck. And now face off again, broadcast side. In the Lloydminster, broadcast side, Lloydminster zone. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left in this first period. 15-4, shots in favor of the St. Albert Slash. They lead 1-0 over Lloydminster. Kia Vale shot through traffic, stopped by number 4, Chelsea Derbyshire. Going behind the net, big collision tie-up between number 15, Libby Langenham, and number 5, Jason Scott, as now we have a penalty. Tripping call, and it will be going against number 15, Langenham. Bit of a late call there, as there was no signal while the two went down behind the net. It was actually Langenham got tied up with Jason Scott behind the Lloydminster net. But she will be going for 2 now at the 2:26 mark of the first. Lloydminster now on the 5-on-4 power play. Thorpe's got it inside on the ring-out line of the St. Albert zone, plays it off the boards to Scott. Scott takes a shot from the top of the point, seen all the way by Cameron Drever, who simply catches it, holds on to it, and gives her players a chance to set up in her zone. The face-off will be once again broadcast side, but this time in the St. Albert zone. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first period, 1 minute, 42 seconds left in that penalty to St. Albert. St. Albert leading 1-0 here in the first in Red Deer at the Girls Midget AAA Provincials. That's Alexander Thompson, cross-ice pass intended for number 27, Tanner Renko, but unfortunately getting out of the zone, forcing Lloydminster to clear and then reform. Good job by Schuttler for St. Albert to do a forecheck at the blue line there to thwart the setup for Lloydminster. Lloydminster trying to get set up now inside the St. Albert zone. That's 24, Kelsey Hall, putting it back to the point to Uremko. Uremko over to Thompson. Alexander Thompson not able to handle onto that puck as St. Albert's LaHoy comes up with the puck. But she loses it on the blue line as she is challenged by the Lloydminster defense. In Lloydminster zone, that's Kelsey Hall playing across ice to Alexander Thompson. Unfortunately, had a bit of rough go of it as she got it stuck in her feet as she was trying to change. St. Albert just offside by a hair as number 3, Charlotte Curler, was trying to get onside, but number 19 for St. Albert, Mackenzie Hewitt, just stepped the puck across the blue line before Curler was onside. Face off the neutral zone, back to Taylor Anker. She dumps into the Lloydminster zone as again St. Albert on the penalty kill. 40 seconds left in that penalty right now, as the tripping penalty was called against Libby Langenham. And St. Albert's got the puck in their zone. Taylor Anker trying to go off the boards, but she's challenged from behind by number 23, Haley Cody. Haley Cody having a good game, getting lots of activity here in this period. As number 19 for St. Albert, Mackenzie Hewitt tries to step past the defense. He was challenged 1-1 against number 20, Reese Lombach. And now we got Brooks Kripchenko. The up ice pass gets it over to number 18, Peyton Lombach, who comes across the ice, and she's got number 23, Haley Cody, had to do a pretty good set of splits there, trying to keep herself on side. Lombach having to retreat last second as Cody couldn't quite get herself, almost got herself stopped. The rule there, for those of you who are not sure of it, where your skates are has got nothing to do with where your body is to be onside or offside. Or your stick, but your puck and the skates at the time the puck crosses the blue. If one or both skates are on the blue or behind it, you're onside. That'll do it for the first period. 15-1 shots in favor. 15-7 shots in favor of St. Albert over Lloydminster, and it's 1-0 St. Albert winning so far in this first period. Lloydminster against the St. Albert Slash in this game 3 of the Midget AAA Girls Provincials. We'll leave you here on the break. We'll see you back here in about 10 or 12 minutes as the St. Albert Slash and the Lloydminster Steelers retreat to their dressing rooms to get their ice flood done, and we'll be back online here in about 10. so I'm putting this up as well. And I'm going to record the game now. I wasn't recording that first period. I can record the next 2 periods so locally, and then after the game we can upload it to YouTube so that it's complete. Because right now it's just losing. It was losing 75% of the frames we're sending out. So it's just like this type of thing, right? But at least Dan can load it up later, and we can actually get people to see the game later. All right, right off the bat, he just dropped the puck, and we got Tiana Yaremko going for a kneeing penalty at the 19:54 mark of the second period. All right, so Tiana Yaremko in the box for kneeing at 19:54 of this second period. And we got the Lloydminster Steelers then on a penalty kill as the Slash trying to take advantage of this power play. They did have number 23, McKenna Schuttler, orbiting really high in behind the Lloydminster defense, but they couldn't come up with the puck to take advantage of that. Now they're doing it again. They got Schuttler just orbiting right high on the blue line. They're putting 2 people high just to cause some grief for Lloydminster's defense. And Taylor Anchor now coming across the blue, brings it into the zone, puts it around behind the net to the far side where Meropoulos is going to play it. That's Tyler Meropoulos, pinches against the boards. And we got number 6 now. This is Mackenzie Butts. Plays it into Meropoulos, back to Butts. Shot from the point goes into the equipment of Kelsey Hall. And Lloydminster simply dumps the puck down ice to kill some time. 18:38 in the second period. 42 seconds left now in that penalty to Yaremko. In behind the St. Albert net, and the number 5, that's Isabel LaHoy, came up with it. In behind Lloydminster net, I should say, sorry. As Jamie Doyle now puts it around behind the net. Sorry, Jason Scott for the... And now we got Doyle again. This is that's Jamie Doyle. Plays it in, but Lloydminster's number 25, Alicia Day, comes up with it, and Lloydminster's coming in 2-on-1, but they got now 3-on-2. Shot on net, and they complete with a change. Held there by Cameron Drever. The referee says, I'm not blowing that whistle, because there's no one putting pressure on her, so they've seen how they're forced to play it. As off the boards to LaHoy. LaHoy's got number 3, Charlotte Curler, in the slot, sitting there in front of Molly Mitchell, looking for the one-timer. Good steal there by Reich. Allison Reich had it. And now she's Lloydminster's trying to break into the St. Albert zone. Back to get it first was number 8. That's Robin Short for St. Albert. Losing her wheels in behind the St. Albert net was number 23. That's Haley Cody. But number 9 now, Allison Reich, puts backs forward. Alexis Butts has it. And Butts comes across the line. She's got Langenhen in the slot. Parked in front of the net. Puck goes off the side post. Mackenzie Butts battling 2-on-1, now 2-on-2 against Lloydminster in their corner. And coming up with his number 5, Jason Scott. Can't quite get away with it though. As Palmundon plays a puck into the slot there, almost capitalizing, was number 9, Allison Reich. This is Short. That's Robin Short playing the puck. 1-2. Here comes number 18, Peyton Lombach, comes into the St. Albert zone. Shot on net as the penalty has expired. Both teams at 5-on-5. 16-13 here in the second period. 16-9 now. Shots in favor of St. Albert. Shot goes wide just over the glove of Cameron Drever into the court box broadcast side corner. Once I get on tongue-tied. And now we got Short. That's Robin Short again playing the puck out of the point. That's held in by number 20. Luis Lombach. Shot from the point goes wide and broadcast side corner again. And here comes St. Albert clearing the zone. Back to the neutral zone where Remco plays it opposite side to Stephanie Fisher, who dumps it in. Almost mishandling it was Cameron Drever. There to give her some grief was Kelsey Hall. Got her stick under Drever's right foot. Almost caused her to trip up, and now Meropoulos comes over the center line. Meropoulos in Lloydminster zone, cuts in from the right outside. Good stick poke by number 4, Chelsea Derbyshire. Thwarts that attack, and now we've got Lloydminster's number 16, Taylor Willinson, coming in over the blue line. Dumping the puck in the zone. That'll be chased by Morat. Kaylee Morat behind her net. Lloydminster went over to number 22. That's Madison Willen comes up with cross-ice pass intended for James Doyle. Doesn't quite get there. Doyle getting tied up with Dachuk. Puck in behind the net now. Morales back to get it. Dachuk in there to put some forecheck pressure. As St. Albert plays the puck on the broadcast side here coming up the boards. Challenged right away by 23 to Haley Cody. Again, Haley Cody a big offensive force right now for the Lloydminster Steelers. The referee doesn't let that whistle blow. She's just telling them to move the puck. And now we're going to have a tripping penalty coming up against Welland. As Lombach lost her footing on just inside the neutral zone of the blue. But this will take Lloydminster up on the power play. 14-26 in the second period as Welland heads to the box. Oh, she's going for a hook. Sorry, my wrong. I thought that was going to be a trip, but it was a hooking call. Bringing the Lloydminster player down. As now Lloydminster is on the power play. They come in across the blue. This is now left at the point for 24 Kelsey Hall, unable to get to it. As Charlotte Kerber got there first, so it was Speedy's feet. And now Lloydminster's number 13, Alexander Thompson, plays the puck in behind her net. Up ice pass for Stephanie Fisher. Can't quite handle onto it. She goes cross ice pass again to Tiana Yaremko. Yaremko now steps across the blue. She's got Stephanie Fisher on the opposite side coming down the slot. Can't quite get it there as Fisher now abandoned the slot and came in to be cycle support. St. Albert doing a good job of trying to clear Mackenzie Butts, but goes straight into number 4, Chelsea Derbyshire, who simply drops the puck down and tries to reorganize Lloydminster's attack. Good job by Charlotte Curlew again on the St. Albert blue to end that attack and push it back up ice. Lloydminster's number 5, Jason Scott, avoids the challenges of McKenna Schutler, and she tries to come in through the slot, not allowed to there. Lombach shot from the top of the slot. Seen all the way by number 29, Cameron Drever, the goaltender for St. Albert. He likes to hold it at 13-10 of the second period. 44 seconds left in that penalty to St. Albert, so 44 seconds left in the power play for Lloydminster. At 13-10 here in the second period, 16-11 shots in favor of St. Albert. That's number 18, Peyton Lombach, puck around behind the net at St. Albert. Centering pass to Derbyshire. Derbyshire at top of the slot, can't get a good shot as good work by McKenna Schutler to shut down that lane, not allow any type of pass or shot from the top. Plumondon puts the puck across ice. Peyton Lombach not able to get a hold of it as she is tied up by the defense. And now St. Albert dumping the puck down ice. Back to get it. The goaltender, Molly Mitchell, seeing Haley Cody, sets her free. She had number 17, Mackenzie Dachuk, in the slot looking for the rebound. but there was no rebound to be had as Cameron Drever, the black hole for the puck, wasn't letting that going anywhere. So it's 12:28 in the second now. 2 seconds left in that power play for Lloydminster. 16-12 shots in favor of St. Albert. 1-0 they lead in this second period. Yep, Skripchenko puts the puck around behind the net. Unable to get there first is now we got Dachuk getting there. There's a bit of a foot race between Lloydminster and St. Albert around their own boards. And now into the slot comes number 25. That's Elijah Day. Shot goes wide and right as Cameron Drever came out to play that one. Battle for it in broadcast corner. We got number 16. That's Taylor Williamson trying to come up with it. It was into the front of the St. Albert net area as Elijah Day comes up with it, but she tries to make a bit of a fancy pass between her legs, and it kind of went nowhere. St. Albert now has the puck in their zone. Again, cross-ice pass D to D, looking for an outlet. Elijah Day, once again, a good forecheck to force the turnover. Puck now back in the neutral zone, coming back to play it, Alexander Thompson. She's challenged by Willing over to number 24, Kelsey Hall, plays it back to Thompson. St. Albert playing the puck on the blue. That's kind of an odd call, as looked to me like she was onside, but linesman in a better spot sees that's offside call and makes it face off in the neutral zone just outside the St. Albert zone at 11:29 in the second period. Shots now 16-13 in favor of St. Albert. Lloydminster putting on some pressure. Puck into the St. Albert zone. Cameron Drever just handling the puck to slow down and to make sure it doesn't bounce outside the range. Taylor Anker now trying to play the puck in the neutral zone. As it's the assistant captain for Lloydminster, number 27, Tiana Yaremko, plays it cross ice to her partner, Alexander Thompson. Forced back into the corner, though, as Reich was there. That's Allison Reich, I should say. Allison Reich put some forecheck pressure on Lloydminster and behind the net, forcing Tiana Yaremko now to try and go cross ice. Bounce off the boards, came out an odd angle, came straight back out towards center ice here. And Lloydminster now dumping it into the zone, avoiding the icing call. Back to play it was number 4, Taylor Anker. St. Albert getting caught for a dump on the icing call here as they release the puck just behind the center line here. Otherwise it would have been one more step and they'd have been onside. 10:40 now, second period. 16-13 shots remain. 1-0. St. Albert still leading over the over the Lloydminster Steelers. Lloydminster playing the puck in the corner. Derbyshire keeping the puck in zone. Stick handling, just managing to keep it onside. Coming up with the puck for a shot in close was number 23. That's Haley Cody getting a good chance in close, but equal to that task was Cameron Drever shutting down that shot. A nice butterfly save. And now Lahoy, Isabella Lahoy comes up the bench side. Challenged there by Lombach, Peyton Lombach. For Lloydminster, challenging and tying her into the corner was number 5, Jason Scott for Lloydminster. Shot high from the point, goes off awkwardly off equipment. I couldn't quite see who that touched, but went wide of the Lloydminster goal. Stopping it from clearing the zone was Murrah. High over the Lloydminster net. Shot goes around the boards to the point again, where number 2, Kiaville, tries to backhand it over to number 14, Jaden Bogdan. St. Albert forced to go back in their zone. It's a good forecheck by Haley Cody. Almost forces the turnover. And we've got number 3, Curler again, coming across the blue. St. Albert's setting up their attack. They got 4 deep. Lloydminster completed their change. They got 5 on the defense now as number 4, Chelsea Derbyshire, puts the puck around the boards. Goes the opposite side. Kia Vale holding the puck in. St. Albert making a partial change inside the zone while the play continues. Number 4 for Lloydminster, Chelsea Derbyshire, puts the puck in behind the net. Puts the puck around up ice now to number 15, Tyler Anderson, who comes across the center line, loses the puck to Keely Morado, and Kia Vale plays the puck around over to number 19, Mackenzie Hewitt. Puck ends up back into the St. Albert zone. 8:56 here in the second period. Shots 17-14 now in favor of St. Albert. Over to the near side boards to play it is number 20, Reese Lombach. Keeping deep pressure in for Lloydminster. St. Albert trying to clear the puck. And icing indicated, but waved off as Lombach, that's Reese Lombach, able to come up with it first. She dumps it down ice and avoids the icing call. 8:30 left here in the second. A lot of back and forth between the neutral zone and St. Albert, as Lloydminster putting on some pretty good checker pressure. Offside call though on the blue at the Lloydminster zone. This will be a face-off in the neutral zone just outside Lloydminster area at 8:20 here the second period. Once again, a big thank you to my volunteer from St. Albert, the Midget AA team. Wishes to remain an omnibus, but thank you very much for stepping in and helping out. Lloydminster playing the puck deep. Back to play behind the net is Cameron Drever, I should say. Puck goes near side corner where number 11, Jamie Doyle, plays to play it. Lloydminster's forecheck pressure from Jaden Thorpe, pinching that off and keeping it deep in the corner. St. Albert still trying to clear the zone. Eventually getting it out was number 8, Robin Short. With no icing as the puck goes deep in Lloydminster's zone. Then Lloydminster's defense, number 13, Alexander Thompson, getting there first. Can't quite clear it though, as now Jamie Plummunden gets it. Sorry, Jenna Plummunden puts it out, but it's a hit back in by the St. Albert player. St. Albert making their change. Unfortunately, the one end of the box is deep in the Lloydminster zone, so anytime those players come on the ice while there's still someone that the offside call is not clear, that's just going to re-trigger the offside call again. So they took them a while to cycle back into the neutral zone. Puck comes around to the blue. Playing it was number 4 of Taylor Anchor. St. Albert getting really close in their line changes as they had a player just barely got off the ice before Taylor Anchor played the puck as the replacement. Taylor Anchor now back to the deep in the St. Albert zone, going around behind the net, chased closely by number 18 Peyton Lombach for Lloydminster. Anchor coming up bench side, tries to step around number 4 Chelsea Debussher for Lloydminster, but she's not having any of that as Debussher kept her steered to the outside, and now number 17 Mackenzie Datchuk comes in on the defense, slides it between the feet of Mackenzie Butts, but Cameron Drever saw that and put an end to it. And thanks to some shoving after the whistle, knocking number 4 Chelsea Debussher out of the ice. She gets knocked to the ice, and there's going to be some penalties here. We'll see who's called. Debussher was escorted back to the bench, but looks like number 6 for St. Albert, Mackenzie Butts, is going to be getting the call here. At 6:34 of the second period, she'll get a cross-check call. So at 6:34 of the second period, Mackenzie Butts getting a cross-check call. And that puts St. Albert down once again on the penalty kill. Coming up on her side, that's Thorpe. Jaden Thorpe trying to come in toward the net. She is challenged around the outside by the St. Albert defense. Stephanie Fisher for St. Albert trying to come up with it, but this gets over to Kelsey Hall, who tries to step in at the top of the circle and make a shot. Kaylee Murrah trying to play the puck into the corner, keep it away from St. Albert, out of their zone I should say, but it gets back to the point where Tanner Remco has it shot through traffic. Stopped there by the defense for St. Albert, didn't make it to Cameron Drever, right in front of her, but not quite all the way through. As Lloydminster putting on some good pressure here. Remco, cross-ice pass, gets over to number 20, but Reese Lombach, beautiful shot from the point. Seen all the way though. Cameron Drever for an easy butterfly pinch save as once again she takes another shot from the point, tried to be tipped there by number 11, Jaden Thorpe. Tiana Yaremko inside the blue makes a nice move on the forecheck of the number 23, Haley Cody. Shot in close though by number 24, Kaylee Hall. Stopped by Cameron Drever. She holds it this time and figures it's time for a break. 44 seconds left in the penalty to St. Albert. 17-17 now, shots tied. 5:18 in the second period. Yeah, we got a brief look at the ceiling here to show you the quality of this arena, and we're all good to keep going.
I saw that.
Yeah, oops. And we got Lloydminster's number 4 now. That's Chelsea Debussher playing the puck on her blue. Across ice to Jason Scott, who looks for an outlet pass intended for 18, Peyton Lombach, but she backed away from the pressure of the St. Albert defense there, and St. Albert tries to come up with it. Now his leg is trying to get some speed, but this will be a penalty against Lloydminster, but Lloyd might have just given herself the equalizer as she slashed back. It's a head contact penalty coming up against Lloydminster's number 18. No, referee electing not to take them both. We got 4:49 of the second period now. 4-on-4. Both teams having a player in the box. It'll be another 15 seconds before St. Albert gets their player back, and it'll be 5-on-4 for St. Albert. 4:40 now of the second period. 7 seconds left in that penalty. 1 minute 50 now left in the Lloydminster penalty as number 19 for St. Albert tries to cut to the net. She cut to the ice. She's already on the ice as Mackenzie Hewitt can't quite get access to the net, though. As Lloydminster now comes up with it. Alicia Day stepping across the blue. Unfortunately pulling Derbyshire offside, making that last minute move there. The fatal move of most forwards, and they want to make that one more move on the blue. Pull their own team offside at 4:23 of the second period here. 1 minute 35 seconds left in that penalty to Lloydminster now with St. Albert on the power play. St. Albert, Taylor Anker coming up with the puck, coming up ice. She's coming one-on-one against Kelsey Hall. Kelsey Hall pinches her against the boards, and battle for the puck ensues. There's yet three St. Albert players, 3-1, able to overpower that and come up with the puck as St. Albert's Tyler Meropoulos looking to drop the puck back to the point. Taylor Anker plays it over to Mackenzie Betts. Mackenzie Betts intended for number 22, Madison Willen. Didn't quite get through as Lloydminster's defense. Jaden Thorpe once again blocks another shot and dumps it down the ice to burn some more time in that penalty. 1 minute left in that penalty to Lloydminster. 3:46 left in the period. 17-17 shots are tied. 1-0 though. St. Albert leads here in Game 3 of the Provincials Girls Midget AAA tournament for Alberta held in Red Deer. This is Tyler Meropoulos coming across the blue. Schutter in support, and she's got Will on the opposite side. Back to the point where Anker comes up with it. Anker to Meropoulos. Meropoulos to Betts. Betts tries the one-timer. Comes off the heel of her stick. She couldn't quite get it away. As now Willen makes her chance across the top of the slot. Comes in through the circle. Looks like she's going to do an orbit around the wall here. Looking centering pass. Gets through to Schuttler. Beautiful one-timer there by Schuttler, but an awesome save by number 31, Molly Mitchell. So able to put the butterfly down with the paddle down and close the door. I'm sure Schuttler really wanted that one. It was a really good shot from in close, but once again, Molly Mitchell, the goaltender, trading demonstration saves here as we're deep in the second period. 19 seconds left in the penalty to Lloydminster. 3 minutes 7 seconds left in the period as the St. Albert Slash take on the Lloydminster Steelers. Battle for the puck just beside Molly Mitchell, I should say. Molly Mitchell is the goaltender for Lloydminster. And now LaHoy shot. Nice glove save by Mitchell. Bit of a scramble in front though. She finally finds it and covers it up with the blocker around the trapper. This will force yet another face-off. Broadcast side in the Lloydminster zone. 2 minutes 47 seconds left in this period. Both teams at full strength. 20-17 now. Lloydminster, St. Albert getting 3 quick shots to bring the total up to 20. St. Albert winning that face-off, goes back to Short. Short dumps it into number 9. That's Allison Reich. Peyton Lombach tries to play the puck deep, but it doesn't get anywhere, so the Lloydminster dumps it down ice. This will be icing now against Lloydminster, bringing the face-off back in Lloydminster zone on the box side of Molly Mitchell. Face off to the left of Molly Mitchell. Run by St. Albert again. They're all getting to the point. Shot goes off the blocker of Molly Mitchell. Wraparound attempt. Actually intended to pass it back to Kia Vale. Didn't quite get through as now Kelsey Hall for Lloydminster comes in one-on-one. Can't get past number 7, Katie Murrah. Cross-ice pass gets over to number 22, Madison Long. Goes across the blue, but she had Doyle offside on the opposite side, so that will take St. Albert out into the neutral zone, just outside Lloydminster's zone. At 2:05 left in the second period as we come to the closing 2 minutes of the second period of this game. St. Albert's still up by 1. Offside again. We'll repeat it. Actually, no, it's not offside. It's just looks like it was touched by a player in the box. This will take the face-off back into the Lloydminster zone this time on bench side.
Are those your signs in the corner?
Yeah.
Make sure you zoom in and get them on camera. So Robin Short's your friend?
Yeah.
Jamie Doyle taking the puck across center ice. She's got Meropoulos and she's also got Rowan. Meropoulos has an open shot. Blocker save there by Molly Mitchell to deflect the puck into the corner. Kia Vale tries to dump it into Meropoulos. Can't click with Alexander Thompson. Able to get in the way. But she likes to dump the puck down ice. Goes on net though, so that eliminates the icing call. As St. Albert now trying to clear their zone at 1:21 left in this second period. This is Schittler. McKenna Schittler coming across ice here. Goes up on the Lloydminster zone. Into the corner. She's got Reese Lombach with her. Reese Lombach again really bodied off the puck by number 14 Jaden Bogdan. And this will be a penalty. Looks like it's coming up against Lloydminster though. As number 16 Taylor Williamson has the puck. And we'll watch the call here. As there's going to be a slashing call against Lloydminster. Looks like it's going to be Lloydminster's number 7, Brooke Skripchenko. No, it won't be. It's against number 20, Reese Lombach. So 52 seconds left in the second period. Lloydminster down on a penalty kill now. As St. Albert once again tries to put their power play unit into action. Mackenzie Butts, cross-ice pass, gets over to Taylor Anchor. Can't get access to the slot though. Lloydminster's defense keeping him outside. Great save there by Molly Mitchell as it came through traffic late. Lombach, this is Peyton Lombach. Her sister gets the puck. Nice move past the defense, comes in close. Into the slot, scramble in front. Puck went right across the open net. Thank goodness for the St. Albert slash number 14, Jaden Bogdan, who's able to curl that puck and put it under her goaltender, Cameron Griever. The St. Albert slash should be even with Lloydminster 1-1. There's a huge chance there. A nice move by Lloydminster's number 18, Peyton Lombach, to come back through and strip the chance from the St. Albert defense and get access to that shot. An equally fantastic effort by the St. Albert defense, though, to make sure that puck that almost went in was covered. A little bit of a confab with the head ref as they try and figure out what was going on with that play, and everybody's happy. Well, no one's ever happy, but they move back and continue play. This is number 15, wrong team, Tyra Anderson playing the puck, and she's got it over to Jaden Thorpe. Jaden Thorpe now playing with the puck in the neutral zone. The assistant captain for Lloydminster plays it deep as she was challenged by Hewitt. Taylor Anchor for St. Albert, but with the puck in behind the St. Albert net, expires the clock. So that would be 1 minute and 8 seconds roughly left in the penalty to the St. Albert slash. The Lloydminster Steelers, I should say. So 1 minute 8 seconds left. There'll be a minute 8 seconds power play for St. Albert, still heading into the third period here. But that will do it for us for the second period. And thank you very much for watching so far. We do have a limited Wi-Fi access here, so much of our stream is not making it through. We will try to load it up onto the YouTube site after the game, though. So if you would like to recap in non-stutter motion, we will try and have that up for you. Thank you very much for watching so far, and
Red Deer Minor Hockey and the Sutter Fund Midget AAA Chiefs would like to thank their gold sponsors, Tarpon Energy, Bravo Target Safety, Calfrac Well Services, HSC Integrated, and Crunch Fitness West Edmonton Mall.
No.
That was not a good period. She's still winning, so it'd be different.
Yep. You want on or off? On? Here, well, that's just this heat though. This one here. It does get pretty hot. What do you want to do? Go check your holes. Your holes.
They won't even go up there. I don't know how to
know
do
if it
that
actually
up
does
there.
out there. That one, actually, that one's on the wall around there somewhere. I'm not sure where it is.
Oh, one more period.
Yep.
You asked us to keep an eye out and see which players we think deserve player of the game. Any numbers in your mind? So far, I'm saying
Yeah.
Schiller and Ashley Hurd. She's having a fantastic game.
Or 18.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that too.
All right, welcome back for the third period. 19:31 in the third period now. Shots 24-19 in favor of St. Albert. 32 seconds left in the power play. As at the 52 seconds left of the second period, that was number 20 Reese Lombach getting a slashing penalty for Lloydminster. Tyra Marapo's getting away with one there. Unfortunately, she had her blade turned over and did a stick check on a player, and that'll get you a hooking penalty if you're not careful. So, good, lucky for her, the referee wasn't in a position to see that one. Nice shot from the point by Mackenzie Butts, though, is forcing Molly Mitchell to make a nice glove save. Here at 18:54 of the third period, shots 26-19 in favor of St. Albert as they lead 1-0 over the Lloydminster Steelers.
Not the Lloydminster Slash.
Probably would help if you saw the game. The nice backhand shot there. That was, I can't quite make her number out. That's number 19, Hewitt. Mackenzie Hewitt coming across the face of the net. Nice backhand goes top left corner above the glove hand of Molly Mitchell. So let St. Albert now take it up 2-0 over the Lloydminster Steelers at 18:49 here in the third. St. Albert now leading 2-0 over the Lloydminster Steelers. The Lloydminster is having to make some moves here if they want to catch up. They're going to have to pick up the tempo. Tiana Yaremko tried to get the puck in the zone there. It goes back to the Kelsey Hall in the defensive zone. Yaremko making a bounce pass off the boards, get past Curler. But St. Albert's number 17, that's Vanessa Verbitsky. They'll put the puck back in the neutral zone. Kia Vale now coming across Lloydminster's blue. She's watched closely by Peyton Lombach. Peyton Lombach doing a nice stick-handling move. She was stick-checked as she tried to pass it to Tiana Yaremko. Chelsea Derbyshire tried to clear it out to the point, but not out. Gets the leg. St. Albert's Butts now. Gets up, Alexis Butts gets the puck into the slot. Running in hand, unable to connect for it, as she was being checked by Chelsea Derbyshire. Running in hand at the point now, being challenged by Haley Cody. Haley Cody, the late addition to the Lloydminster team for this game, is having a great game so far, as she challenges Leg. Leg tries to do a shot. Kirsten Leg shot from the point, can't get through. Shot around the boards. Haley Cody on the opposite boards, challenged against St. Albert's number 21, Kirsten Leg again. And this goes near broadcast side now as Jason Scott goes head-to-head with McKenna Schudler. Round behind the St. Albert net. Cross ice pass to Schudler. Schudler coming up broadcast side now. She's watched by Taylor Williamson. Pass makes it through into the slot for number 14, Jaden Bogdan. Can't get the shot off. Very fortunate though, the shot went wide and right as Molly Mitchell had done a pad slide all the way over the right side of her net, was way out of position when that second shot came through. As now St. Albert Taylor Anchor looking for a way to get out of her zone, being forechecked by number 16 Taylor Williamson and Alicia Bay. This is number 22, that's Madison Woolen, gets a puck across over to Jaden Bogdan. Shot from a bad angle, stopped by Molly Mitchell. But Mackenzie Butts, shot from the top of the halfway way between the ring out line and the blue line. From a far out shot there, fuels Molly Mitchell at the 16-19 mark, and St. Albert takes that the crack in the armor and makes it a bit wider. Goes up 3-0 now over Lloydminster. 16 minutes, 19 seconds left in this third period. St. Albert's up by 3. Shots are now 31-19 St. Albert over Lloydminster. 3-0 they lead over Lloydminster in goals. Face-off won by Meropolis. Lloydminster's Peyton Lombach, though, getting to it first on the boards and playing it deep. Yeah, so the official report there was this goal was scored by Madison Woolen, assisted by number 6 Mackenzie Butts and number 12 Tyler Meropolis. Shot from the high point by Peyton Lombach goes wide and left as St. Albert now trying to clear their zone. Peyton Lombach putting in a huge effort there to catch up to actually Shyla Kerwer, who is deep in the Lloydminster zone now, and she's putting pressure on Tyler Anderson. That's Kia Vale, puts the puck deep. Lloydminster's number 4, Chelsea Davishire, though, tries to come out of the zone, but she has the puck stripped from her by Vanessa Verbitsky. Davishire once again looking for number 16, Taylor Williamson, not able to get it out. And Verbitsky once again deep in the zone, challenged by Davishire. Davishire also having a strong game for Lloydminster on the defensive side. And the puck now goes to Alicia Day on the right wing, and she dumps it down ice, and this will be an easy icing call for the referees at 14:41 mark of the third period, with St. Albert leading in goals 3-0 and leading in shots 31-19. Reese Lombach, cross-ice pass, gets over to Stephanie Fisher. She comes across the blue, but loses her wheels as McKenna Shuttler puts the puck into the Lloydminster zone. Lloydminster now clearing the zone with Stephanie Fisher, chipping it forward for Thorpe. Thorpe centering pass intended for number 24, Kelsey Hall, but she was out of position. Thorpe gets it back. Nice shot in close, forcing Cameron Drever to make a right pad save there. Stephanie Fisher once again with the puck in behind the net. As Lloydminster tries to get in close and get a good chance on net, but Cameron Drever covers the bouncing puck to relieve the pressure on St. Albert. 14:01 in the third period now. Tiana Yaremko with the puck in the neutral zone, dumps it deep. Plays the puck in behind the St. Albert net where Cameron Drever back to play it. The captain for St. Albert, though, Mackenzie Butts, now playing the puck up ice, gets to the Langenham, who tips it. Lloydminster now has the puck in behind their own net as Tiana Yaremko looking for a way to get out. Puts it forward to Jenna Plumundum. Plumundum cross ice to Peyton Lombach. Lombach plays the puck into the St. Albert zone, but they quickly clear back to Langenheim, going the opposite direction where Jason Scott shuts her down. Jason Scott puts it forward to Peyton Lombach again at the point, but can't not able to get it under control as Reich had it for, Allison Reich had it for St. Albert. And this is number 22, Madison Bowen for St. Albert with a Meropolis in the slot. And she's also got Doyle hovering around the doorstep, but she likes to put it back to the point where Kia Vale puts a shot on net with Molly Mitchell making a fairly easy trap save. 12:43 here in the third period. St. Albert leading by 3. Shot from the point, Katie Murrah not able to get through the forward. As Lloydminster now goes a cross-ice pass, beautiful pass gets through to Kelsey Hall, who's going in with Kaylee Murrah. It was a 2-on-1 because she had Thorpe on the opposite side. Jaden Thorpe waiting for the cross-ice pass. Shot from the point by Skripchenko goes into the skate of Meropolis, blocks that one. And now once again, Kelsey Hall with Lloydminster pucking behind the net. Puck goes to the point where Skripchenko maybe plays it back to Murrah again. Sorry, back to Kelsey Hall. Reese Lombach at the point. Tries to play the puck deep, but St. Albert comes up with it. Madison Mullen. Mullen comes in. She's turned away by Reese Lombach, and the Lloydminster defense plays the puck into the corner. And the opposite corner now, Charlotte Kerwood trying to get in there first, but she's got Haley Cody getting to that puck first and coming up ice on the broadcast side. She's challenged right away by Charlotte Kerwood, who pinches her into the boards. And now we got Jenna Plum-London on the opposite side, chips the puck back to Peyton Lombach at the point. Shot on net goes wide, but it bounces back to Haley Cody again, looking for a pass. She's got Yaremko at the point, shot through traffic, goes wide and right. As Alexander Thompson on the opposite side takes a shot again. Peyton Lombach behind the net. Gets past her, goes to St. Albert's Kirsten Legg, who now gets it over to Shyla Kerwer. Kerwer gets it over to Mackenzie Butts, who plays it deep in Lloydminster's zone. Molly Mitchell plays the puck behind her net, but Alexander Thompson now has it off the boards with a tic-tac-toe now to Jenna Plum-London. In the neutral zone goes into the St. Albert zone. She's watched closely and challenged, tied up by Mackenzie Hewitt. Centering pass by Taylor Williamson doesn't get through as the St. Albert captain, number 6, Mackenzie Butts, comes up with it and puts the puck forward to Bogdan. Bogdan comes across the blue. She's one-on-one with Chelsea Dubisher. She's a nice move cut past Dubisher into the slot. Nice save by Molly Mitchell, but the rebound wasn't able to be picked up as both St. Albert players had cleared the slot. Here's LaHoy. She's got Schiller in the slot. Pass intended for her just outside of her reach as she was being checked by Dave Dubisher as well. In the corner, we have Bogdan, that's Jaden Bogdan, put the puck in the slot, and getting close, we had number 2, that's Kia Vale, a beautiful in the slot, up close chance. Can't get it through traffic though, as the puck comes out of the point now, and Kaylee Murrah keeps the puck in on the blue. Big save by Molly Mitchell. She thought she had it, it bounced loose, and the referee also thought it was cut. Whistle stops play at 10 minutes, 1 second left in this third period. St. Albert leading 3-0 over the Lloydminster Steelers, and a shot count of 34-20. Reese Lombach, point pass intended for Stephanie Fisher, picked up by Kia Vale though. Kia Vale making a nice move, getting past the defense, gets tied up, shot in close, goes back to the slot. Big shot there by Allison Reich, again blocked by Stephanie Fisher, the captain for Lloydminster. Can't get it through traffic. And a huge attempt there by Libby Langenhan to get it through. She shooting as she falls in the top of the slot. Now that's Allison Reich in behind Lloydminster net. Pinching Lloydminster player against the boards, trying to get the puck free, and eventually the referee blows the whistle to stop play at 9:07 of the third. 35-20 now, St. Albert leads in shots. 3-0, they lead in the score over top Lloydminster Steelers. So Alexander Thompson for Lloydminster comes up with the puck. Plays it around the boards, intended for Peyton Lombach. Not able to corral it though, as Tiana Remco now gets it the opposite side, and she plays it up to Haley Cody. Playing it deep. Both of these forwards for Lloydminster having a great game today, Lombach and Cody. This is Peyton Lombach again, shot through traffic, goes off the leg of Short. Robin Short just turns away and keeps herself from the shooting lanes. Now Maropoulos tries to get it to Plumondon. Plumondon making a bit of a fancy pass between her legs to put the puck deep behind the net, and it goes around to the point where Urenko plays it deeper again. But now St. Albert's number 8, Robin Short, plays the puck opposite side to Madison Willen. Out of her reach though, and now Maropoulos has to retreat inside the St. Albert zone, looking for a clearing pass, intended for Willen, almost intercepted there by number 15, Tyra Anderson. Maropoulos coming into the Lloydminster zone though, a shot from the top of the circle, easily stopped by Molly Mitchell at the 8:04 mark of the third period. Lloydminster coming out of their zone is Alicia Day. She's got Wilkinson on the opposite side.
There's a typo. It's Wilkinson, not Willinson.
Lloydminster with the puck inside the St. Albert zone, back to the point the Chelsea Desboucher shot high and left of the St. Albert net though. So it goes back to the point where Anderson plays it across. Tyra Anderson. St. Albert's number 6 now. Mackenzie Butts trying to play the puck out of the zone. Intercepted there by number 24, Kelsey Hall. Chelsea Desboucher shot on net, intercepted by the defense. Mackenzie Butts plays it forward again to Vanessa Verbitsky. Verbitsky plays it in behind Lloydminster net where it's stopped by the goaltender. She holds it there for Reese Lombach, who decides to play it up the boards for Chelsea Desboucher. Desboucher runs into the traffic. LaHoy was there, and now the St. Albert's Jaden Bogdan tries to get access to the zone. She does a nice centering pass for LaHoy, who was sitting in the slot, who tried the one-timer, couldn't quite get it through, and that was a battle for the puck on the boards between number 24, Kelsey Hall, and number, I believe that was number 8, Robin Short. St. Albert once again, Lloydminster zone. Lloydminster just trying to get out. Nice stretch pass for Thorpe. Jaden Thorpe comes in one-on-one. Shot goes off the blocker high. This time it ends up loose though, and it ends up in the net. I'm not quite sure how it got there. The referee's going to be talking about it to the other referee before they make any kind of call. Referee waving that one off.
See what happened here?
Hit the net.
Hit the top of the net? Or the netting the wall?
It hit the top of the net and then came down.
Oh, there, okay, oh, yeah, thank you.
The keen eyes of my camera person says, yeah, that puck when it was shot, I thought it went off the blocker. It did go off the blocker. It's so high though, it went straight up into the mesh in the roof of the arena. So of course once it makes contact with any kind of part of the structure, the puck is immediately dead and the play is dead. So there's no goal there, so puck can't come down off the mesh and go in the net. That's just not gonna work. So a good call by the referee there to wave off that goal. It would have been a potential, would have been a break the egg goal for the Lloydminster Steelers, but denied at 6:20 of this third period. That's Peyton Lombach dumping the puck deep. St. Albert trying to clear it out. That's number 15 for St. Albert. That's Libby Langenham trying to get the puck out of the zone. Tiana Yaremko holding it in. Peyton Lombach making a nice move, beautiful move past 3 players. Gets in close, gets it off the right pad as Cameron Drever forced to make a fantastic save. Peyton Lombach having a beautiful attack there. That's the second time she's done that this game. Put on a bit of a attacking clinic there. Here comes St. Albert's number 16. She puts it through to St. Albert number 15. Libby Langenham tries to go off the boards, but she's stopped by Wilkinson. And this will be a penalty now coming up against Langenham for body checking. So laying the hand for St. Albert will be going for 2 for body checking at 5:35 this third period. So St. Albert on the penalty kill. 5:35 left in the third period. Lloydminster are going to see if they can make something of this and crack open this egg at 37-21 shots in favor of St. Albert. 3-0 St. Albert leads over Lloydminster as Reese Lombach plays the puck over, but he's got it back now, looking for number 24 Kelsey Hall. Hall gets it to Thorpe. Thorpe centering pass to the far side, intended for number 7 Brooks Krivchenko. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. As now once again Jaden Thorpe has the puck and she's looking for an outlet and she plays it over to 24. That's Kelsey Hall into her skate, unfortunately, so she couldn't pull the trigger on that one much either. So Stephanie Fisher, Lloydminster's captain, loses it to St. Albert's captain, number 6 Mackenzie Butts, who fires the puck down ice. 1 minute 21 seconds left in the penalty to St. Albert. 4:52 left in the period as St. Albert leads 3-0. Stephanie Fisher coming up the right side. She's got shot at Curler. Stops her, gets stripped her of the puck, puts the puck into the neutral zone as Jason Scott goes for a cross-ice pass to Peyton Lombach. Peyton Lombach looking for an outlet, organizes from behind Lloydminster. He makes use of her Jenna Plumundon block on the blue. Plays it back to Plumundon. Plumundon plays it back to Lombach. Lombach plays it over to the opposite point to number 5, Jason Scott. Shot through traffic. Goes wide and over the net. It's in behind the St. Albert net. Now over to number 15 again. Tyler Anderson plays it to the point. Shot through traffic. Blocked by number 3, Charlie Curler. David Shore now looking for a pass in to Jennifer London. Gets it back to the point again. Jason Scott. Shot goes harmlessly to the left near corner. Up to the point. David Shore unable to hold it in, but she had Charlie Curler challenging her. Nice job with the stick check to keep her from getting it. And now David Schure's centering pass goes to number 23, Cody. That's Haley Cody, the other Lloydminster player, who's having a fantastic game today. Nice shot in close, but equally good was the save by Cameron Drever.
Did you do it again? I just saw a whole bunch of activity.
All right, 3:45 left in this game. If Lloydminster's going to make a move, they got to make it now. This is now Kaylee Morale with the puck in behind her net. Plays it on the opposite boards outside the reach of number 13, Alexander Thompson. Has 3 seconds left in that penalty to St. Albert's player. Will expire that now. St. Albert's now at full strength. Replaced on the ice now is Jamie Doyle. Jane Doyle comes up with it. Tyler Moropoulos plays it back to her defense, Kaylee Morale. Morale looking for an outlet. Unfortunately dumps it to Alicia Day, who is waiting just outside the blue. Stripping her of the puck, though, is Madison Woolen. Gets the puck through to Tyra Moropoulos. Moropoulos with Reese Lombach doing back on defense, cutting off that pass. The Lombach sisters having a good game today. And now over to number 16, Taylor Williamson for Lloydminster, trying to pass it over to Reese Lombach. It's in her skates. She doesn't know where it is. And she passes it back, but nobody's there. As now we got number 7, Brooks Krivchenko, with the puck in behind Lloydminster's net, trying to organize the exit somehow. At 2:48 left in this period. They got to do something. Jaden Thorpe stepping past both defense, comes in alone. Can't pull the trigger. Gets it wide as Cameron Drever tracked with her. She did have the near corner, but she just couldn't pull that trigger. In close now. Big shot chance by number 24, Kelsey Hall for Lloydminster. Cameron Drever once again equal to the task. Saves that one. It's 37-25 now, shots in favor of St. Albert's. Still leading 3-0 though. 2:33 left in this game. St. Albert's just going to be settling things and making sure to lock it down. It looks like we got a timeout coming. Timeout called by Lloydminster. So we'll get to watch both teams have their little confab, and then we'll be back in action in 30 seconds.
They have a very big hill to climb.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been without chances. Cameron's been playing a good game. think I would go. I think I would go here now. I'm not sure who to go with here though. I'm still thinking McKenna, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
All right, back in action. Lloydminster wins the face-off. Shot through traffic. Stephanie Fisher gets a shot away, but it goes saved at the right side by Cameron Drever. Back to the point. Chelsea Debusher puts it back in again to Jaden Thorpe. Thorpe decides to fire it at the net where it goes off the body of number 6, McKenna Butts. Lloydminster now is just trying to set up on the outside, and all St. Albert's doing is really closing off the wall, just doing a collapsed 4 on that, not letting that go anywhere. And Lloydminster has their goaltender pulled for the extra attacker, so they do have 6 players on the ice at a minute 54 left in this game. Stephanie Fisher, the puck inside the St. Albert zone, cross ice pass going to number 24, Kelsey Hall. Back to the point to Tiana Yaremko. Yaremko trying to cycle across the top of the blue line, puts it back in to Kelsey Hall. Kelsey Hall into the back of the net. The Lloydminster got to move. They can't be doing too fancy here to get some shots on net. To if they're going to get a chance, they better get in. Reese Lombach puts it back to Peyton Lombach. Lombach's shot goes wide after going through traffic. Now Jenna Plumunden has it. She puts it to Peyton Lombach. Lombach back to Plumunden. Plumunden gets it over to McKenna Schuttler. Shot from the point by Reese Lombach through traffic. Ends up slowing it down quite a bit, but it goes wide and left of the net. As Lloydminster now gets it back to the point where Tiana Remco plays it over. McKenna Schuttler, having lost her stick, now reclaims it, but she was trying to block Yaremko with no stick. Reese Lombach over to Yaremko. Yaremko makes a move on Schuttler. Eventually decides to flip it through. Goes off the hand of Lahoy. Opposite side coming in to try and get the rebound was Tyler Anderson. Couldn't get there fast enough. As now Reese Lombach has it in the corner. And she's got Taylor Anchor comes up with it with St. Albert. Tiana Yaremko stepping in over the blue. Shot stopped by Lahoy. Schuttler again plays that out to the blue line, but it gets over to Haley Cody of Lloydminster, who now gets over to the point and ends up going to number 4, Chelsea Debusher again. Cody to Debusher. Debusher returned to Cody, but she didn't see it as she was turning the opposite way. Verbitsky had the chance, but she lost it. Alicia Day now has it in Lloydminster zone, and she plays it over to Chelsea Debusher, who intended to hit her forward going across the blue, but unfortunately resulted in a long offside or icing call. 3.9 seconds left in this game. That's pretty much done it. As Lloydminster will fall to St. Albert here in the Red Deer tournament for the girls Midget AAA Provincials in game number 3 here. So the game number 3 winners will end up here. I'll go on in. It's going to be St. Albert, and that will do it. St. Albert winning this game 3-0 over the Lloydminster Steelers. 37-26 shots in favor of St. Albert. And once again, I'd like to thank my broadcast partner, the volunteer from St. Albert, the girls Midget AA, for her fine video talent skills in bringing this whole production to you. So once again, folks, thank you very much for watching today. We will try and have this loaded up on the YouTube site for a bit later in a bit better quality, unfortunately, than we were able to stream it. So keep watching, though, because this weekend the remaining games will be broadcast from the service arena in Red Deer. And I can tell you for sure the internet feed there is fantastic. So keep watching, keep tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early for the first game, which is at 9:45 a.m. between the Rocky Mountain Raiders and St. Albert Slash, followed by 12:30 p.m. It will be Red Deer Cider Chiefs playing against Lloydminster Steelers. Until then, thank you very much. This is Stuart Hill, the voice of the Fire, working here for the Girls Provincials. Thank you very much to the Red Deer Chiefs for making use of my services and having a blast. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Good night.
players of the game are as follows. From the St. Albert Slash, number 21, Kristen White.